there's an article on Rotten Tomatoes ranking the 200 best horror movies of all time. The link is in the private chat. Let me share screen here. I am really surprised by some. I mean, this is based on their own rankings, to be clear, okay? But they found the top 200. And I gotta say, I like number one. It's Jaws.
You're a little biased.
I love Jaws. Sign. Look at the sign behind me.
Yeah, Jaws is a great movie.
Noticed, I change my background every show subtly. So hopefully some people notice. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, Jaws from 1975. I mean, that's number one.
But is it really a horror movie though? Because it's definitely
it's real now.
Thriller.
I don't really consider it a scary movie either, but I guess it would have been.
Rotten Tomatoes says it is.
Okay, no problem.
Number two,
it's actually come true today.
Number two, I completely disagree. It's a very good film. Let the right one in. It is not number two at 98%. You guys have access to the list. What stood out? I mean, anyway, you could switch Alien 1979, ranked number 3 at 93%. You could swap that with Jaws. I'd be cool with it. But let the right one in.
And Aliens, I don't even consider a horror movie. It's an action. What are you going to do? I get what they're saying because it's got the aliens in it. But
well, look, you guys have access to the link. I'll just give you the top 10. We'll debate that. I want to hear what Chad has to say. Well, Jaws, number 1. Number 2, Let the Right One In. Number 3, Alien 1979. Number 4, Get Out from 2017.
Huh?
Yep. Number 5, Psycho 1960.
Did you see he got a statue?
Number 6, Silence of the Lambs 1991. Number 7, One Cut of the Dead.
Huh?
There you go. King Kong, 1973 at number 8. Number 9, Aliens, 1986. And the first A Quiet Place at number 10. Halloween, 1978 is at number 11. Disagree.
It's a janky list.
Yeah, but
what is
the criteria for this?
First of all, this is based on Rotten Tomatoes scores, and it shows
no, it's not.
No, it isn't. Yeah, because the first film is 97, and the next one.
But I think they're factoring the number of reviews that come in as well. That
I think this is I think that the percentage in terms of the score is a factor. They've editorialized. Let the Right One In is at 98%. That's number 2. Jaws is 97%. So I think they are editorializing. They're looking at the highest percentages, but then also ranking them.
Okay, hold on.
It says here, it said to sort the list, they use their recommendation formula, which factors in both the movie's tomato meter and the audience-driven popcorn meter. Right. So they're actually using both, but they're only showing, I guess, the critics score. So it's also the audience score.
So it shows you how off. I mean, you should not be taking the Rotten Tomatoes metric as law, as fact.
Right.
You know, because you can give a bare recommendation to a movie that doesn't reflect the quality of the movie. It just means this many critics like the movie. That's not an indicator of quality.
But it's also relevant because some of the movies are not in the genre of horror. So who made this list, and have they ever read like the English dictionary to know what the definition of genre is?
It's from the Rotten Tomatoes database.
By the way, Ivan, I'm not shilling. I'm having a conversation about the greatest horror movies ever. This is a touch point to have a conversation. I'm not shilling because I'm showing Rotten Tomatoes. I'm disagreeing with what they put. And there is no right answer, but I think there are some right answers on this. So
there were some definitive wrong answers on this fucking list.
I agree with Mike.
There are a lot of these movies should not be on here.
This is some wild shit. What We Do in the Shadows at number 12? What are we doing? Like, I'm not even a horror movie guy, and I can tell you right now,
I don't take it. I can't take this list seriously at all.
Exactly, that's my point.
They grabbed some random fucking intern in the back
and they said, listen, we just need articles. Go rank a bunch of horror movies. And they said, I got it, boss. Because
by the way, Variety 5 days ago did their top 100 horror films. Do you want to go through that quickly?
Yeah. If you can
because this list looks like it was made from Chat GPT.
Yeah,
for real.
Okay. So this is from Variety. Number 10 is Carrie. Number 9 is the 120 Days of Sodom. Frankenstein from 1931. Audition 1999. This is very editorialized. Night of the Living Dead. Rosemary's Baby, Jaws, Psycho, The Exorcist, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, we know how old that person was, so the next person would say Jason, Freddy, Hellraiser.
It's a hell of a lot better than this list.
Yeah.
Oh my
majority
God.
of them are horror movies.
Yeah. They did a much better job.
No Wicker Man.
Congratulations.
Not the bees.
That's wild, bro. This is some shit.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Who did
man.
this?
That's terrible.
Who's in charge of this list? I gotta find out.
That's what I'm saying.
Because, like, shame on you. Like, go home, pack it up. You're done. You don't get to hang out anymore. Like, that's
but is there a consensus to the great? People talk about Citizen Kane being the greatest movie ever. Is there a consensus regarding a horror film as being the greatest?
I always felt Exorcist.
I think
in
The
my
Exorcist
opinion,
has to be up there. It's traumatized generation.
Definitely in my top 3.
Exorcist is number 2.
Exorcist
number 2,
still to this day freaks me out. Like, I can't, bro.
The fucking crab wall, all the things. It's just because you
All
can't
of
fight
them.
against it. All the other
Nope.
ones, I can fool myself into thinking I could fight against Jason or all these things, but you can't fight against straight up possession unless you get the.
The Exorcist
Well, you can,
on this
but-
Rotten Tomatoes list is 155.
Fuck, and Freddy Krueger is 48 for Elm Street.
Bro, 155.
This
Just
list
about.
is
What are we
completely-
doing?
Well, look, all lists are some amount of BS, but it's
but
fun to have the debate.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it
debate
is.
is fun.
Yeah, but hey, listen,
we're having fun.
This is some wild shit, bro. Like who? I need to understand what the formula was for this. Like, I don't understand.
Well, they said it was the audience score and the critic score.
But
So-
huh?
But
That's what they said in there.
When you have so many movies on that list that are not in the horror genre, like
Yeah,
that's the problem.
exactly. And they're not even horror movies.
And who's
I
going
saw
back to
Werewolf
review
by
and
Night.
rate?
That
The
Marvel, what is that? A
Blackening!
Marvel episode of Marvel was on here as number, I don't know, like 70 or something. Like, what?
The Blackening is rated higher than The Exorcist. The Blackening. How many people watch The Blackening?
Yeah, and it was a comedy more.
It's more of a comedy.
Yeah.
Man,
my
Chris, take
God.
this list down, bro. We don't even want to talk about it.
No, we're talking about it.
We
I
are
wanna hear what
talking
the
about it.
debate is through.
I gotta find who wrote this list.
Yeah,
I
it follows
gotta
is
find
good.
him in person. I gotta have a conversation. Just a conversation. I promise. I'll only use
Oh
words.
my God. Just gonna talk to him. I'm just gonna talk
Yeah,
to him.
listen. Unlock the door. I'm just want to talk to him. It's fine.
Well, words are violence now, so even that was a threat. You
Well,
had a
silence is
conversation.
violence.
Yeah, silence is violence too.
Yeah,
So we're
silence
sort
and
of
violence.
screwed.
Yeah. And
Oh,
trust me,
man.
if silence and violence, I am I'm a pacifist, so holy shit, this list is bad, bro. This makes
Oh
me
my God,
angry.
Event Horizon. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
This list.
This is like
Disgrazia.
this is like your kid like walking in and watching Star Wars movie for the first time and they go, it's boring, and you're like, you know what? We have problems now.
Get out of the house.
We
Yeah,
about
you
to
know
fight.
what? You can't live here anymore. You're not allowed. Like,
Bro, Candyman, I like used to freak me out when I was a kid. Tony Todd.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude, the original Candyman is freaky.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, of course, the original version.
Yeah.
See, what sucks is there's like movies on here that I haven't seen. And it'd be like, oh, I'd be interested to get somebody's top, whatever list and go down and see which movies I haven't seen. And then, start watching them, ranking them on the way down. But it's like, I can't even trust the list that I'm looking at to know if this is
no.
one, a horror movie, and if it's any good. Because some of these movies don't deserve to be on this list.
You
Yeah.
could
Even in the
use
top
this,
30.
You could use this list to make a better list, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes, you
we
could.
Yeah,
right
easily.
now we could make our top 10. What movies deserve to be in the top 10? Don't give me the number 1, number 10, whatever. Just what deserves to be on a list of top 10 horror films?
Black Christmas. Black Christmas, because you don't have Halloween without Black Christmas. Bob Clark, 1974. Great horror film.
Yeah. That's the original slasher.
The Exorcist
freaks me out.
I think The Exorcist for sure.
That movie still has me pissing my pants, bro. Like, I can't do it. Like,
what about the original Nosferatu?
That's not a bad one, actually. Like,
yeah.
I saw The Thing on here. I think The Thing deserves to go like top 10, man. I love The Thing. Child's Play. That's
Child's Play is good. Yeah.
Oh my God, Arachnid.
I was in the test audience for Child's Play.
The Shining.
How was it different? Do you remember?
Well, I mean, it didn't have music. It didn't have credits, but it was pretty on par. And I said I hated it because it scared me so much. And I don't think I was helping
Did it scare
myself at all.
The poop out of your butt?
Yeah.
Hey, great questions in the chat.
Yeah, I think Night of the Living Dead should definitely be on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I tend to go for horror films that are less gory, with all due respect to the Terrifier series. I'm not a big gore fan, but I like psychological horror where you're thinking about it, where you can't sleep after.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's wild. This list makes me
this list is infuriating. It's a good resource for making a better list. Oh, yes. Freaks, Tom Siebert with Freaks. The Thing,
The Thing, definitely
The Thing's got to go to the top 10. The Thing is amazing.
The Thing, The Fly, and I do think like Halloween. I like also, is it a top 10 or is it influential? Like,
that's a good point too. Yeah,
Black Christmas script, that's influential, but is it really scary? Right?
Yeah, because you have no idea who the killer is, and it's got some red herrings that actually pay off quite well. And I mean, it is a really well-made film. That's the other part too. Like, it's not phoned in, it's not hackney. Because again, you could say, like, listen, Psycho is a great movie, but it's definitely far more influential with horror after the fact than it is as a horror film, because it's more of like, it's a dramatic irony, a suspense thriller of sorts in that regard too.
Yeah, I just think that this list, someone mentioned in the chat that this is just a way to, sell horror movies. Honestly, I don't mind, because in October they do have sales, and I'll buy movies that I didn't have. So I'm okay with it, but I don't agree with these rankings at all. Way off.
The rankings and even some of the movies being on the list. But
yeah,
like, I mean, Jaws, is it horror?
King Kong, 1930 King Kong. I sort of get that. It's probably terrifying to people back then,
horror,
but
King Kong. I mean, I like that movie a lot. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I have a laser disc of the 1933 King Kong colorized.
Ooh, Blair Witch Project.
Colorized.
That movie made me sick to my stomach because of the motion. Like, first time I saw it in the theaters on the big screen.
Yeah. Barbie horror film, not on the list. Sorry. Now you're getting ridiculous with these suggestions here, folks. But I'm just saying, be wary of these lists. Make your own. And the Acolyte, yes, the Acolyte, but which we will never discuss again.
And then,
all right, final thoughts on this list, guys.
Disavow.
Whoever made this list, I would fight you in Minecraft. On site in Minecraft, if I saw you in that game on site, we'd have to have words. This really bothered me in ways that I don't know how to describe. The English language doesn't have words to describe the anger that it welled up inside of me. So yeah, you did a bad job. Yep. Kudos on Chris for bringing this up, because he knew this was going to be a conversation topic. So he knew we were going to talk about this one. Oh man!
And again, the value of a Rotten Tomatoes score.
I remember when Rotten Tomatoes was not owned by a big corporation and was actually really authentic.
Yeah, I mean, also I think that Rotten Tomatoes has the burden of being this holder of the. I'll tell you how important it is. Like Film Threat is on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's the site is on it. The brand Film Threat, the media outlet, is part of it. But our writers are not Rotten Tomatoes writers. It's weird. All I can say, it's important to indie filmmakers to get that, and they keep
and publicity companies,
right, and they keep changing the rules on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
I do not like. I will say I do like the inclusion of the audience score. That gives it more cred to me.
By the way, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by NBC Universal.
Comcast, yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was Warner Brothers. All right, well, whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at their site. It's NBC Universal.
But
Fandango.
also the thing is,
owned by Fandango, which is owned by
when
NBC.
you go to Fandango to buy a movie, I'll see you, Alan, on there.
I know. I see me on Vudu once in a while.
Right. Vudu, Fandango, same thing.
Yeah.
But I'll see there's Alan's. That's his review.
In my picture, I'm famous.
Alan on my TV. So there you go.
Wow.
This list is flawed. I think all lists are flawed, but all lists are fodder for great conversations about horror. So there you go. There you go. All right. Let's go to supers now.
Oh,
Let's go to supers. I've got those are all my topics for today. Unless Alan has more topics, or you guys have more topics.
No, I mean, you want to talk about Henry Cavill Voltron? It's basically
I saw The Apprentice. I thought that was a fun film.
Let's talk about The Apprentice.
A fun film, huh? Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, we're getting kind of.
Sorry about that. I did have that. Sorry.
My review is not going well over with The Apprentice.
Really?
Wait. No, I gotta just. This is a last minute addition. Sorry. Give me a second, folks. Alan.
Yes. Hey. Film Threat needs to publish its own list. Says
We
Marcos.
could, and then you can argue about it.